Hello guys, it's William. It's been a while since the last recording. I finally finished the social screens. So I think in the last recording I was really struggling to get the crescent avatar using SVG. So that's now solved. You see you have here's a list of comments. You see also here's the crescent avatars using SVG, and so all screens are implemented. You have messages and profile, so you have the segmented control. So that's all done. And so by the way, regarding the use of SVG within these screens, I'm going to publish a small medium story where actually I detail some of these subtle uses of SVG. So you see here to get the crescent avatar in a previous UI kit in Ting. Maybe we can have a look quickly. React Native Ting. If we can look at some screens. So you see here to have the nice shape of the chat box. SVG is used as well. So I'll definitely publish a small story on how you can use SVG to have these nice little effects in React Native. And so what I did since it is that I got started with the music screens. So you see here that's the music part of sketch elements. And basically I didn't do much yet. The only thing I did was to write a small script that scraped the albums and the songs from iTunes. So you have the preview of each song. So I can click and I played around. And I played around a little bit with the Expo Audio API to play the music. I have to say they have a really cool API to deal with sound. I got really excited actually playing with it. So just to give you some idea of the basic structure I have now. So you see the player controls is orthogonal to every screen of the app. So in order to be able to launch, so I decided to make the controls part of the tab bar, and in order for any screen to launch, so to modify the state of the tab bar, I'm using a Mobex store. So it's an extremely convenient actually paradigm to implement exactly this kind of structure where from one screen I want to control another component, the state of another component, which is horizontal to all of my screens. So if we have a look quickly, so you see I wrap my music tab navigator with the player store. The player store so far contains only two observables: is the music song downloading, is it playing? Default should be false also here. And it's simply using the Expo API to play the song. I have a toggle function to pause it. And here I was checking the playback status update to see I was trying to see a bit what kind of data was returned for each call and these kind of things. And I have an inject function. So I'm wrapping the inject function from Mobex with my own with player function, and this is in order to keep type safety while using the inject function. And so I'm using react.elementconfig, which is a new feature in the flow 0.63 I think, and so basically you give it a component type and it gives you the required component, the required properties, because you might have like, so you have like the required properties defined, but you might have also like some default properties set. So React element config just does that, and I do a diff with the player property. So that allows me to use the MobX inject function using flow and keeping like type safety. So that's really cool. So that's my store. I have player control, which is using the inject of with player, and I'm also injecting the theme because I'm gonna use it here, right, to have like the primary and secondary color. Maybe I need only the primary color, it looks like. And yes, I was just displaying the number of seconds here, and so this component is part of the navigation tab. And if I look in album, I am I at the right place? Let me okay, so it's the album screen. I was looking at the album component, but if I look at the album screen, I have the detail header component, which correspond to this part here. And we inject, of course, the player store to this component. And we have like, so a play function, which takes the player from the properties and plays in this case, the first track, but we're going to change it so we can play any tracks. So maybe I was thinking we could try to implement this part, the player controls. So I guess we have three states here on the left side. We're gonna check if it's downloading the song, playing the song, or if it's paused. I actually have it here, right? So already in the store, I have already this information set. I mean, let's see if it works. All right, so that's the player controls component. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to make it a bit bigger. So I'm gonna create a style sheet. Controls. So let me create a style sheet quickly. Alright, so I need to import the style sheet. Okay, so I need to also import the style guide from theme in order to have the height of my of the player control. So I'm gonna set the style guide to spacing X, I think it's called X large. Let me check quickly. So I have X large, which is 64 pixels, which correspond to the size here of the player control, 64 pixels. So that's good. All right. Sorry. Okay. And so let's start with something very simple. We're gonna just display the right icon according to the state of the player. So I'm gonna import icon from components. So let me look the icon names I need. So I need loading. Oops. Should I use this one? Yeah, I guess that's good, loader. Maybe we'll need to make it rotate or something. Or maybe I should use, okay, no, I'm gonna use a spinner. I'm sorry, I'm gonna use the React Native activity indicator. And if not, I have the play button and pause. Okay, perfect. So actually, it might not be a good match because it's using it's an outline icon, and in the design we use a fill, which might that might look better. But okay, for now we can just use these icons and change it later. So I'm going to import the activity indicator. So if player downloading, we return the activity indicator. So if the player is not downloading and is playing, I mean, we can just do, I guess, is player playing, I'm gonna return an icon with no, sorry. So if player is not downloading, I'm gonna return an icon, and the name of the icon is if it's playing is pause, and if not, it's play. And for the color, we're going to use the primary color. So we have injected the theme property to this component. So we can just do color equals theme dot palette dot primary. So let's have a look. All right. So you have the play button, all right, activity indicator, it's not playing the, oh, is it, maybe? Okay. So the playing property doesn't seem to be updated properly. Maybe I need to set it here. And I'm gonna use actually a icon button because I need to change the state when I press on the icon actually. So I'm not gonna use a simple icon component. And on press, I'm gonna toggle so I need to import. I like to use auto bind always. And with props dot toggle, perfect. Let's have a look. So it's playing, the icon looks good, it's pause. If I click, it pause, icon didn't change, promise resurrection, change in observed value, okay. That makes sense actually, because I think that if I look here, I'm updating this variable without without running it as an action. So I'm using strict mode. If you look in app.js, I'm using the Mobex strict mode. That's why I got this warning. Let me let me think. So do I need maybe to create I can create an action called toggle play, where this playing gets the opposite Boolean value. Okay. Let's see if it's better. It's not. Oh yes, sorry. So I need to invoke the function. Maybe actually I should do it. Could do it here. So play. Pause is working, but we don't get. So it looks like on render doesn't get updated when playing gets false. Playing is false. Let me just do some debugging here. See if render is invoked. Okay. Play. So that looks strange. It seems to get updated twice. So it was false. I started it, so it was downloading, but still not downloading, so false. Then it became true. I click, it became false, but now it says that it's true. And probably it's because of this part actually. So let me look. Okay. So let me log the. So yeah, I'm doing something wrong on playback status updates. So let me just put console here to see a bit what's going on. Okay. So I can remove this one. Okay. Okay. So how should I? So let me look at the first one. I guess maybe I could just, for playing, I should just use this value, I guess. And so I guess I would just, I have to just listen to whatever the playback status is. So what I'm gonna do is downloading becomes is loaded and is playing. Is playing. So if status is loaded, and this. Is loaded. Okay. All right. So, and if is loaded, the is playing property is returned, so I'm gonna use that. I guess another thing I could do is just status is just maybe set the status as an observable, and just instead of trying to do some fancy stuff. So this part we don't need anymore, which is cool actually. Okay, that actually makes the code much cleaner. And I think the last thing I can do maybe later is just, instead of having like 2 observable and maybe I need a 3rd one and 4th one, I could just put the playback status as an observable. Oh, I got disconnected. Okay. Oh no, I'm running out of battery. Let's see, hopefully we have some time left. All right. So let me reload here. Okay, maybe I need to restart. So the past few days I didn't get to work on this UI kit because I had some other engagements, but I'm pretty happy to be back on this project, and I really like it. I think it's a really cool project. I really like what Expo is doing. I mean, so I was just, for instance, playing with the audio API, and it was really cool. I mean, also, I don't know if you've noticed, but like their flow typing are also like really great. Yeah, everything is pretty good. So let's have a look. So I click play. Okay, what I need to do here is to change the variables, and it is playing, I think. Huh? Oops, wrong theme. All right, looks good. So the pause button doesn't seem to work. On press, toggle. Sorry about that. I should have run flow. If I would have run flow, it would have shown me these mistakes. My apology. It's a bit messy. Okay. Pretty good. Works nice. Wow, pretty good. Okay, maybe let's do some some CSS here. So let's have a look. I guess we have some, so let me try to dig into the component. So we have, okay, so we need to show the picture, the artwork. So we do a flex direction row. We're gonna add some padding, which is just the usual value. Okay. Okay, we need to show title, artwork, and everything is so justify content is the space between. And align items is centered. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Okay. Looks good. And I need to fetch the album information from the track information and album information from the data. Which actually needs to be available through the store. Okay, so I need to add some parameters here. So I need title. So maybe I will make it an object. Let me check. So I need track information and album. So I need album and track. And these types are available from so album and track are defined in the API, which should be available here. And let's track. Okay, and I need to make both an observable. Okay. And now, so if I run a quick flow on my code to see where play is invoked, I need to pass proper parameters instead. Okay, it's done here. So I have tracks and I need to pass album as parameter. Okay. Album is a string. All right. Oh, let me try to get some battery quickly. I'll be right back. Actually, should I pause the recording or can I do this? All right. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. So album here is not a string. Tracks looks good. Why is it complaining? I think it's might be correct. Let's see. Okay, now we have the data available. So I'm gonna do a view here. So we have text. I can do player track.name, and then we can show the artist. So player album dot artist. I need to import text, and we need to show the artwork. So image, and in player dot album dot picture, I need to import image, of course. Oh. Okay, so it's only if the player is loaded. So, okay, let me do this quickly. Okay, I'll clean it. Okay, I'm gonna do something a bit ugly, but I will clean it up later. So we'll factorize the conditional on is loaded only once, but like just want to get an idea of if it's working or not. I need to add some style also to the image. And so player.album.picture. Okay. And we need to set a height of 44. Okay. Let's have a look. All right, this works. The artwork doesn't show. Am I missing something with the styling maybe, or so by the way I need to change. I can add here, so use primary color, so I can use primary equals true. And I think this type is headline, this typography type, and this one might be footnote. I'm not sure, to be confirmed. If I look, looks good. And we need to center it. Pretty good. But why is the cover not showing? What's going on? What am I missing? Album picture, style, image. Okay, maybe it's because, let's see if it was because I didn't set the width. Pretty good. So I'm pretty happy. I think, yeah, maybe so I need to do a bit of cleanup. Maybe I'll change the icon, or maybe I'll keep it, I'll see. But also I need to do two things now, is a translation animation So when the player is closed, we don't show it. And then some progress animation using the gradient here. So we need to animate this. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you find these little videos useful. Still quite some screens to be implemented, so a lot of fun I think ahead of us. So that's really cool. I'm really having a lot of fun with this, so I hope you are enjoying watching too. So have a great day everyone, and talk to you soon. Bye.